Hello, everyone, and welcome to God's Turnbuckle. This is once again it's predictions time. We've got another pay-per-view coming up, so it is that time for predictions once again over here, and it is going to be predictions for AEW Full Gear 2021. And this card has the potential of being really good. Like All Out was a phenomenal show, at least to me. And this show has that potential of being a really good show. I don't know if it's going to be up to that same level that I felt that All Out was at, but we'll see how everything is playing out. Let's jump into it because we got 10 matches here for the actual card itself. So let's start with the buy-in match. It is going to be Hikaru Shida going up, not going up against, but teaming with Thunder Rosa to go up against Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter. I do feel like this will be a nice buy-in style match where it's just getting warmed up for the night. And also you play off the storyline that these tag partners are going up against opponents that they're going to go up against for the TBS title tournament as well later on down the line. I feel like this is going to be a babyface victory to go along with it. Now, it's not to say that the buy-in match, the babyface always win, because I believe they've had the heel go over in some cases there. But I'm going to go with Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa to pick up the victory in this one. Probably set up a little bit more for their matches for the TBS title tournament as well. Up next, this match was just added on Dynamite this week. And I wouldn't say necessarily out of nowhere, but it's just a very weird pairing in general. It's going to be Pac and Cody Rhodes going up against Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that. Sorry about that. Of course, Malachi Black and Andrade are actually just coming off of losses, and now they're still feuding with Malachi going up against Cody and Andrade going up against Pac. And they're just coming off of losses to Pac and Cody Rhodes as well. I feel like this is going to be one where they actually go over in this case. I know it would seem weird. It's like it's a Cody match, everything to go along with it, into a pay-per-view match. You would assume he would win. I don't think that's going to necessarily be the case here. I think they're going to try to keep Malachi Black and Andrade strong in this particular match. So I'm going to go with Malachi Black and Andrade to pick up the victory in this one. Up next, again, we do have another tag team match going here. This one's a 6-man tag team match. It is going to be Christian Cage and Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus going up against the Super Click. It is going to be the Young Bucks and Adam Cole, baby. And honestly, they've been setting this one up throughout the last couple of weeks. As many have been probably seen on Dynamite, it's been a pretty good... I think it's been a pretty good setup for everything that they've been going with here. You've had the concerto moment and the big brawl in general that kind of went all over the building between Jurassic Express and them. Luchasaurus getting powerbombed through a table, and a lot of different aspects here. I feel like where they've been setting up with this one, it feels like the babyfaces are beginning a little bit more of a one-up over the heels going into this recently, and you just have Bobby Fish kind of coming back into, or just coming into AEW, and now he's, not necessarily teaming with, showing up here and there around with Adam Cole to go along with it, and they probably have a little bit of a story that's going to probably be setting up. Obviously, if you play off of their old past with WWE, Undisputed Era, everything that go along with that, you can have a lot of things to work with that. And I feel like the Super Click's going to go over in this one, so I'm going to be picking the heels again, yet again here for the Bucks and Adam Cole. Up next, we have CM Punk going up against Eddie Kingston, and oh boy, the promo they had on Rampage a couple of weeks ago. That was a phenomenal promo, just set up the match. They basically had a 1-week build to the match, and they had one promo to do it, and both Punk and Kingston just knocked it out of the ballpark. Now, in the terms of this match itself, I feel like it is going to be a hard-hitting affair to go along with that. There's a lot of people going on the aspect of maybe Eddie Kingston needs a big pay-per-view win. I don't necessarily know if that's really going to be the case here. I don't know if they're going to have Eddie Kingston be the one to beat CM Punk to give him his first loss since we're coming back after 7 years. So I'm going to go with CM Punk to pick up the victory here. I think this match has potential of being really good and really enjoyable. I'm looking forward to seeing how this match ends up playing out on TV. Well, not necessarily on TV, on pay-per-view for this one. So, yeah, overall, I'm very much looking forward to this match and seeing how it ends up playing out in the end. Up next, we are going to have Darby Allen going up against MJF. And this has been playing off the aspect that, MJF bringing up the four pillars of AEW. Basically, the four homegrown stars of AEW that weren't somewhere else before, or weren't really somewhere else beforehand, or anywhere major beforehand. So you have, of course, MJF, Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Jungle Boy as part of that. And you're going to have the two of them in this particular match itself. I'm not 100% certain on where I was going with this one. Both of them are coming off losses at All Out, but obviously have been picking up wins on Dynamite and Rampage and everything to go along with that. I don't know exactly where I was going with this initially, but the more I continually thought about it, and the more that you might be seeing MJF going towards a world title opportunity, but obviously also has the potential of his split with Wardlow as well. But I feel like in this particular case, they're going to give that victory to MJF here. So I'm going to pick him to be the victor in this particular one. I'll be interested to see how it ends up playing out, because honestly, they could just go Darby Allin to go along with it. So I feel like it has the potential of being, again, another really good match on the show. Speaking of that, we have another potentially really good match coming up as well for the AEW Tag Team titles. It is going to be the Lucha Brothers, Penta El Zero and Rey Fenix, going up against FTR. And obviously this is playing off the fact that FTR took the AAA tag team titles off of Lucha Brothers a few weeks back by nefarious means and everything along with that. You've been seeing it even play off as they've changed up their music just for the aspect of, the fact that they're doing things with AAA and everything to go along with that as well. And at basically maybe not at every turn, but basically at a lot of different turns here, FTR is kind of getting one over on the Lucha Brothers. And I feel like this is going to be that time frame where the Lucha Brothers are going to pick up that victory. They've just won those tag team titles at All Out. I don't see them changing those tag team titles so quickly. We don't usually get title changes in a super quick manner. I know there's been a couple of times with the TBS title, or not the TBS title, but the TNT title, but we'll see how that ends up playing out. But I'm going to go with the Lucha Brothers to keep those tag team titles. Up next, we have the Inner Circle going up against Men of the Year, Scorpio Sky and All Ego Ethan Page, going up again, and they'll be teaming up with America's Top Team. I'm not very good with MMA people's names. I know Junior Del Santos is in there, and Dan Lambert. I forget the other one off the top of my head. I'm sorry about that. That's my bad. But based off of how they've been playing this, Lambert's been kind of running his mouth, doing his thing since he's been in AEW with this one. Now they're going up against the Inner Circle. Now what they've also done on Wednesday is they basically had Lambert put Jericho through a table, or kind of tried on that one, and then put him in the walls of Jericho. And then of course he spouts out at being the Boston Crab and everything to go along with it. I do actually like how Lambert has been going. He gets such natural heel heat. And I think it's been actually really good on that side of it. I feel like they're going to be turning the tables on this one, and the Inner Circle are going to be picking up the victory in this. They had a loss not too long ago on Rampage to America's Top Team, so I would have to imagine in this one that the Inner Circle is going to be getting kind of the victory back on that, and I'm going to go with the Inner Circle to pick up the victory here. And now we have the AEW World Title Eliminator Finals Tournament. Um, it's Bryan Danielson going up against Miro. Obviously, there's a lot of turnaround on this one based off of what happened with Jon Moxley. He, you know, admitting himself into rehab for or basically like an alcohol rehab program. Hopefully everything goes well for him on that one, and of course he can come back. But obviously he's got to think about his health first. So I actually like that aspect of it. And Miro replaced him in the tournament and is now in the finals going up against Bryan Danielson. And, you know, as much as I would like to see Bryan Danielson inside of the world title picture, I don't think that's going to happen quite yet inside of AEW. And I really actually wouldn't, I'm not on the aspect of wouldn't mind seeing, but I kind of see them putting Miro over in this one. And I'm actually going to go with Miro. Obviously, they could go with Danielson to win, and he goes into the world title picture right afterwards. But I feel like usually with these Eliminator tournaments, it's a world title match that is on Dynamite or on TV in some way. It's not something that is saved for a pay-per-view down the line to go along with it. So I'm going to go with Miro to pick up victory on this one, and he's going to be the next contender for the World Championship with whomever or I guess, at least in predictions, based off of who will win, of course, Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. Obviously, my prediction could be completely wrong, so who knows who it's actually going to be until everything plays out on Saturday. Up next, though, before we get to that world title match, it is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, going up against Ty Conti for the AEW Women's Championship. As you know, I feel like Ty Conti has done really well inside of AEW, where she wasn't given much of a chance during her time in WWE and the NXT time. She's really shown a lot in the AEW realm. She did have that she did have a world title match against Hikaru Shida on Dynamite a long time ago, which actually, at least in my own personal opinion, came off really good. And I feel like they're going to put on a really good match here as well. But I don't see this as a spot where Britt Baker is going to lose that title. So I'm going to go with Britt Baker to win here. I just don't necessarily see them putting that title on Ty Conti quite yet. On that one, I feel like they have other storylines that they could go through as well with Britt Baker. So I don't see that title change happening quite yet. So Britt Baker to win the match and keep the AEW Women's Championship. So this brings us to the main event of the night, which it is going to be Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, going up against Hangman Adam Page. And, you know, this has been kind of stewing around for the last couple of years with Hangman Adam Page. He lost the initial championship match with Chris Jericho. Last year, he was in the finals for the Eliminator tournament, but lost to Kenny Omega at Full Gear, and just having these like spurts of like win streaks and everything like that. Looks like he's going for the world title. Then a loss kind of tapers him down a little bit for a little while to go along with that, and now he came back to the casino ladder match, wins the casino ladder match, is challenging for the world title here at Full Gear 1 year after he lost the Eliminator final to Kenny Omega. I think you kind of know where I'm going with this, at least for my prediction. It's time. If you don't put that title on Adam Hangman Page, which is my prediction. My prediction is Adam Hangman Page winning the world title. If you don't put that title on him now, when do you do it? When do you actually pull the trigger on that? This is the best time to do it. The crowd is still super hot for him, even with the factors of huge returns of CM Punk Danielson coming in, Adam Cole coming in. The people are still popping huge for Adam Hangman Page. For the people who watch AEW, now's the time. And now is the time to do it, and I hope they do it on this one. For anybody who's been kind of following the saga, it's felt like it's years in the making for it. So, like I said, Adam Hangman Page is my pick for the AEW World Title match. That is all the matches for not all out, but for Full Gear. And from what I can see, the card itself looks like it has the potential of being a really good one on this one. It should be a very fun show to watch live on Saturday night. And with that being said, I hope you guys take care, stay safe, stay healthy, have a great rest of your day.